let's play Mars After Midnight by Lucas Pope for the Playdate. I think I'll have mirth, thanks. Let's get into it. Mars After Midnight, hotly anticipated game, exclusively for the Playdate. It's been teased since the beginning of the launch period, a couple of years ago now. Everyone's excited to see what this critically acclaimed and much loved developer has produced for the Playdate. He's known for Papers, Please, and this has been described loosely as Papers, Please with aliens by one website. He also created Return of the Obra Dinn from the Switch. So everyone looking forward to this. The minute it opens up, you can tell it's going to be a quality game. It's $6 on the Catalogue. Shipping and receiving place, which closes at midnight, and in its place, what happens in Mars After Midnight? It's the Off-Colony Community Support Centre, of course. And it's your job to run this joint. Tonight, Cyclops anger management, and there's a clue to the gameplay there. Cyclops is only, and angry Cyclopses at that, not happy ones. God forbid, any creatures with more than one eye will be serving refreshments. And there you are in the door. There's what you're looking for, and use the crank to open the hatch and take a peek out. You can look around to a certain extent to make sure there's no extra hidden eyeballs dangling anywhere. He's happy, he's got two eyes. Hop it, mate. Not for you, my friend, not tonight. That's one big eye for sure. Oh my goodness, look at the clip of this guy. A big joy of this game is the character. They're procedurally created, but they're absolutely fantastic to look at. They're always very funny, plenty of humour. Now your characters come in and they will take a look at your snacks, and yeah, they're demolished. And if you've done a good job, you'll get a tip. Now, what a lovely character this guy is. Absolutely love this weird alien with tentacles. And it's your job to sort out this mess and get it all set for the guests that are coming through. You press B to pick up with your left tentacle and B to put it down. And A to lift the right tentacle. And A again to put it down, and you use the cursor to sort of move both of them around. I have to admit that I did not click with this. It's a very unique control method, and I just couldn't click with it. It was really strange, to the point where it was actually putting me off playing the game. I was like, oh, I just didn't like it, you know. I found it counterintuitive, but I had to persevere, and I'm glad I did, because when it does click, it's actually really, really good fun. I just had to be a bit more patient, but it did take me a while, and I just mention it because the novel control systems in this game are part of its appeal, but you do have to expect a bit of a, how does this work exactly? So you're using the crank to clean off the countertop there, and then you have to match the wall poster with the items. So you have sort of 4 groups of items. And again, I had a little bit of an issue with this when I first started playing, because A, the wall poster isn't particularly clear on the handheld itself. It's okay, as I review here, using mirror, but on the handheld itself, it's really faint. And similarly, the control system, you know, it's like, oh, I'm picking that up, putting it down. Oh, it's the same button to do both. And there are 4 plates, which aren't stacked together in one lump. They're separate, so it's not always clear where those plates are. So it's not as elegant as I would like it to be. You know, those plates kind of throw me, and I'm like, oh, there's a plate under there, hadn't seen it. But that's part of the game, it's part of the puzzle, it's part of figuring it out. And once you get used to it and you know what you're looking for, you get a nice kind of shine like that. Now I had another problem. How do I get out of this screen? It's not apparent. So I'm pressing A again, pressing B. Everything seems good, it's all set. Why isn't it breaking through? It is pointing to the left, and it did take me a minute to go, oh, hang on a second. Is it the home button? Now, this could be user error, but it wasn't very intuitive. So you move left with your cursor and then you can answer the door. Thankfully, it's not on a time limit at this point in the game, at least. So that would be too anxiety inducing for me to bear. But the knocking does make you want to get moving and get going and seeing who's behind that flap. Listen, Beaky, hop it. Oh, man. We've got a nerve turning up with those two eyeballs. Now, you, sir. Yeah, but are you grumpy? You are grumpy. Welcome, welcome. Let's see what we can do for you. So you have a certain amount of guests you have to let in and refresh and clear up, and that's kind of the loop of the game. As I say, once I got used to this mechanic, it actually started to become quite good fun. I enjoy tidying up and clearing blocks away, for example, type games. So it does appeal to that kind of aspect of my gamer self. I think that's it. There we go. Brilliant. And now I know just to go to the left. Wow. Yeah, well, you've got an interesting and strong look, sir. In you come, or indeed ma'am, or indeed both, or neither. You might be a robot. I don't know what these creatures are. This looks like a robot, and that's off to set the session going. Great art style all the way through. It's really beguiling. It's very engaging. And here's the Cyclops anger management class, doing them a power of good, no doubt. And then they pay you if it's helped them. So not your typical video game story, this, as I'm sure it's pretty apparent by now. And you get your credits, which you can spend on things like language translators and various goodies and Easter eggs and stuff, which I think will help the game get a little more depth and intrigue going. So you've helped out those Martians and they're off, and now you have to find some more. 72 more indeed to help. Is this gameplay mechanic enough to make me keep coming back? I'm not so sure. I'm really enjoying my time with it. No doubt about that. I love the aliens. I've been laughing out loud, and I'll show you one more set of aliens just to give you a sense of the kind of humour and sort of variety you're looking for. I will go through all of these. Just for this review, I've played maybe 4 hours or so. So it's not a exhaustive review, but the loop, it's fine, it's good, but it's not as addictive as I would like. I don't really have that compelling, oh, I'll have one more go. As much as I do enjoy the aliens and enjoy the control mechanics now, it's not as addictive as I would like for, you know, a handheld title. Very enjoyable. Is it worth $6 for your Playdate? Absolutely, definitely go and get it. It's really fun to play. There's a lot to do here. Really good value. So much care and love has been put into this game. It's completely unique and original. The humor's great. The sound and music, fantastic. There's a lot to like about it, but just for me, it doesn't have quite that, oh, I'll have another go feeling to it. So that's a bit of a demerit for me. So when I come to score this game, it's really based on the gameplay. I think the graphics are wonderful, so much character and charm. And as I say, the sound design and the music, fantastic. The controls are unorthodox and unique, and they took me a while to get used to. And the UX in general, or am I meaning UI? I don't know. Sort of the menus and where you're supposed to be going is a little bit woolly in times and threw me off a bit, but the more you play it, the less that's an issue. So I just wanted to point that out, that you might have to kind of play it a little bit for it to click. Oh goodness, that was ripe. All right, scores. I'm going to give Mars After Midnight 7.8. As a total, that's a good solid score. It's a definite have it on your Playdate score. It's just not a compelling, addictive game for me at the moment, but I have a feeling it will grow on me, so I'm going to continue playing it. There's lots to play here, so certainly worth a look for your Playdate.